Welcome to Red Devil Weekly. My name is Kieran. Of course, you already know that today is a huge Manchester United debate. We are going to be debating whether we can still win the league. Now, in my opinion, as you can see by the title, I think we still can. And if you follow my Twitter as well, you will know that I've actually, predicted on my Twitter, and as my pinned tweet, I've actually got me saying that because for some reason, I have a feeling. I just have that feeling. And please do leave a like, guys, if you haven't already. I've seen we've already got 3 likes. That's absolutely fantastic. Let's keep liking the stream, please do. And get your thoughts in on the topic. Obviously, as the title suggesting, we are talking about whether we can win the league. Is it still possible, or are we too far behind Manchester City? And are they doing too well at the moment? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But firstly, on my little piece, I just think that, we're only in November at the moment. Now, obviously, we've hit another international break and we've come into that on a loss for the first time in a while, actually. Usually we get 3 points before the international break, but we've actually come into it on a loss this time. But I'm still very, very positive about the season, and I'm going to tell you why right now. I think... obviously, the injuries that we've had. Welcome, Gaming Boy 12. Welcome to the stream, mate. How you doing? But I just think, I think the recent injuries we've had has really set us back. I think, the recent fixtures we've had has set us back as well. And I just think we can do it. Obviously, Manchester City as well, they are going to have a period where they will struggle, because every team has a period where they struggle. Even if they only get they don't lose, but they get draws, they will have a period where they struggle in the season, or a few games which they do lose. So I think that that's going to be the key thing, and we have to make sure we take advantage of that. But I think we can. Welcome, Asian Gamer, welcome to the stream. But I just think we've still got a lot of time left in this season. I think Paul Pogba looks like he's going to be, I think it looks like Paul Pogba's going to be back is going to be back in the team quite soon. So I think that's going to be the major positive, because in my opinion, I know a lot of people say we can't be relying on one player, but in my opinion, Paul Pogba is the cog that keeps the team ticking over. He's the guy who, when we have Paul Pogba in the team, we're much more likely to win the game, and I think we would have beaten Liverpool and possibly even Chelsea if we had Paul Pogba. I've been speaking to a few Chelsea fans, and they were saying that we definitely miss Paul Pogba. And they were saying, how lucky it was that we played them without him. Welcome, Alex Burke. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? But yeah, it was. I think that obviously the Chelsea fans knew and recognised that recognised that Pogba was a major threat for us. And I think a lot of Manchester United fans know that, and I think it just shows the critics of Paul Pogba last season that he is a very, very important player. He just ticks it over. He just ticks the play over, and he can find that pass. He can find that killer ball. Welcome, Mohammed Al Saeed. Welcome to the stream, mate. How you doing, guys? Please do leave a like if you haven't already. I'd really be appreciated. But I think we can still win the league. I'd love to see what you guys have to say in the live chat. Apparently, we've signed a player. I think I've seen that. I think it was Portuguese, like under 17. I don't know, something like that. Welcome, it's Alex. Welcome to the stream, my friend. How you doing? Mohammed says, I'm pretty sure we just signed a player. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure how much I'm excited for that. Obviously, it's a young player, another young player signed for Manchester United, which is good. But hopefully in the future he can become a great player for us. And we can give him the development that he needs to get into our first team squad. And hopefully we don't let him slip through the railings, as it were, and not become a good player. We're doing really well, guys. 6 viewers in the live stream. Please do leave a like if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. Also, you guys saying David Moyes. David Moyes is West Ham manager. Yeah, I can't believe I really cannot believe that West Ham have done that. I mean, when you're struggling like that, the obvious choice is to bring in David Moyes, isn't it? The obvious choice. I mean, it's just stupid to me. I don't get it. But there you go. There is. I mean, I just think he's not going to do a great job. He's just going to become a living meme. I mean, he could prove me wrong because he's had a lot of managerial experience at in the Premier League at Everton and things like that. But I just think that a club like West Ham, it's not going to be great for him. Thanks for watching, Daryl. Appreciate it. See you later, pal. Mohammed says, but we're probably not going to win the league. City are 8 points clear. That is very, very true. But I think we're still very, very early in the season, Mohammed. And I think we are. I think we've still got a lot to go. We're coming up to. We're in the international break right now. But yeah, I definitely think we've got a lot of time left to put it right. And here's our resident Manchester City fan, Jake HD. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, my friend? But yeah, I think we can still win the league. I think, Man City are doing really, really well at the moment. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely destroying teams, left, right and centre. And just being ruthless, which, we haven't been doing in the past few games. But I think that, the injuries we've had hasn't helped us at all. And I think, when obviously, Paul Pogba's coming back. When I think Paul Pogba's going to be back, hopefully Marouane Fellaini gets back to his best. But I think, I think I'm still very, very hopeful for the season. An 8-point gap has been overturned before, and I think we have shown glimpses of the fact that we can get results in big games. And I think this season, I think. Unfortunately, we haven't played a big team with Paul Pogba in the side, and I think would really, really help us to achieve greatness in the Premier League and in the Champions League and other competitions as well. I really, really do hope we I just think, I just think that with the injury when the injuries come back and when we got a fully fit squad and the morale is high, we can beat anyone on our day. So I think. I'm just very, very hopeful. I might just being overly optimistic. Welcome, W2S. Welcome to the stream, mate. How are you doing? Thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. Asian Gamer says, we went through our hardest period without Paul Pogba and we are still second, so chill. Yeah, I think a lot of people are turning too quickly on Mourinho, saying that, we should get him out and stuff like that. I've seen it on Twitter and things like that, and I disagree with it completely because he's been such a great manager for us so far. Obviously, last season he finished 6th, but he's the reason why we're in the Champions League in the first place. The players he brought in, Matic, Bailly, Zlatan and Mkhitaryan, they're all doing really well. I mean, Mkhitaryan isn't on a great run of form at the moment, but I think, overall, they're doing really, really well. So, I don't know why everyone's, kind of going against them. Sorry for the bad connection if you guys are getting that. But it is just annoying. It's just annoying. JKHD says, I honestly feel like I'm dying. I feel that ill. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. Hope you can get a bit better. Hold on, guys. Oh, you can't rotate. Okay, I thought you could rotate the device on this, but you can't. But there you go. Guys, please do keep liking if you haven't already liked the stream. Let's try and push for 10 likes. I'm not sure how long this little stream's going to last. Probably not for too long, but please do stay with me if you guys wanna keep getting your thoughts in on the debate. Keep, getting involved. I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say. Obviously, any other comments about any other Manchester United news is welcome, and I will be talking about you guys. I'm not talking about you guys. Talking with you guys about the issues that are affecting Manchester United. And also just a question as well. Obviously, we've had injury problems and things like that, and some people saying our squad isn't big enough or whatever, or deep enough. Who would you sign in January if you had an empty checkbook? Who realistically would you want to sign in January? So get your thoughts in the comments. Asian Gamer says we could sign Griezmann in January because he's out of the Champions League. Yeah, I think that's true, although usually big signings don't tend to happen really in the January transfer window. Mohammed says Mohammed says Pogba's an amazing player, but he's not enough to win the league. Jose has to bring in youngsters. Lukaku has to score against stronger teams. Now, that's a very interesting point, Mohammed. I do agree that Paul Pogba can't do it all on his own. But I think Pogba will help other players on the pitch, like Mkhitaryan and like Lukaku, to improve their game a bit more. We saw at the start of the season when Paul Pogba was in full flow. We were smashing teams 4-0, and the sorry, and these players like Mkhitaryan and Lukaku were scoring for fun, really, expressing themselves on the pitch. And now Pogba's gone, they're not having the same effect. So I do think there's something to say about that. I think, he improves the form of the players around him on the pitch. And I think he's not just a positive influence to have on the results, but also on the team as well, just in and around the dressing room. And I think, I think he's been a very, very big miss for us. And so hopefully he'll get back for the Newcastle game, and yeah, hopefully he'll set us. He'll help us on a. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? He'll help us to win a few more games and hopefully chase Manchester City. I think there's other teams in the league who can chase down Manchester City as well. You've got Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham as well. Tottenham are looking strong. So it's going to be an interesting title race. Jake says, I can't believe I'm a United channel with a Man City logo. Oh, yeah, I know. But it's alright, mate. I to be honest with you, it's, I don't mind talking about anything football as well. I don't mind any football fan coming on here just sharing their opinions. So I don't mind at all. Asian Gamer says Griezmann, Barkley, Ozil, Sanchez, Danny Rose, etc. Yeah, they wouldn't be too bad, to be honest. I think Ozil as well. A lot of talk about him a few weeks ago, saying he might run down his contract and he want to go to Manchester United. I think I would welcome him at the club, even though we've already got a few players who play in that kind of position. But I think, with the right players around him, Mesut Ozil could become a fantastic player in the Premier League. Mohammed says, when's Ibra returning, if he does return? I think he's going to return maybe in, December, probably, somewhere around there. I think he is very, very close to return, if you believe the rumours. But I think he is close. I think he is close to returning. And so is Paul Pogba. And so is Marcus Rojo. So hopefully, with everyone coming back from injury, that can really, really help us out. I just think we can win the league. I think 8 points is it's not a huge, gap. I would say 12 points is a huge gap, but 8 points is a large gap, but it's not a huge gap. And I think we can definitely cut that down to size. And we've got over half the season left, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well over half the season left. So I think we can really give it a good go, if not go on and do it. And also, what are your guys' thoughts on our chances in the Champions League? Now, I mean, obviously a lot of people speaking about Man City, saying they could possibly go on and win the Champions League this season, the way they're playing, which, I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't, to be honest. They're playing really, really well. But after seeing our performance in the group stage, how far do you think we can go in the knockout rounds? Now, obviously, I've looked at the kind of potential draws, and in the round of 16, we could potentially get, some of the big hitters like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, so we could get some big hitters in the next round. So how far do you think we could go in the Champions League? Get your comments in down below. Asian Gamer says we have 75% of the season left. We do, which is a big margin. It's still a big margin of the season left. So I think we'll be fine, guys. I think we'll be fine. I am going to have to go in a minute. So, in fact, I'm going to go off when it says on here we've been live for 15 minutes. So that's 1 minute from now. So, last minute of the stream. Asian Gaming says we can get to semis or quarters. I think quarterfinals, speaking at the start of the season with a lot of fans, I think quarterfinals was a very, very, respectable place that everyone thought, you know what, I think that's going to be a good place for us to finish. So I'll go quarterfinals as well. And if we could pull off a big scalp along the way, that would be absolutely fantastic. But I'm still very, very positive about our chances this season. I think a lot of fans are quick to jump the gun, obviously, after recent performances. But I think, we've shown a lot of promise this season. We've shown that what we can do. And I think we're much better than this season, a much better improvement. Obviously, even in the table, we're second. But I mean, get your thoughts down below, guys, if you're watching this as a video. Who do you think we can win the league this season? I'd love to see what you have to say. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been Kieran from RedDevilWeekly. Goodbye.